Hey, everyone. Blockchain Bernie here, broadcasting live from fabulous Las Vegas with episode 321. I'm giving you 5 reasons why the Jupiter Aggregator is taking over DEXes in a storm really fast. And I'll lay out all these 5 reasons for you so you don't have to research it. And I have some extra content, bonus content for you. After that, I'll be showing you how the Xandeum token, will be available through the Jupiter Aggregator and what other channels it will be. All right, so make sure to watch this all the way through the end. But now let's just dive right into Jupiter, right? The URL is very simple. It's called JupAG, right? So JupAG is, well, let me show you that URL here. All right, we got it. JUP.AG. So AG is actually Argentina, but they use it for aggregator, right? So it's the Jupiter Aggregator. I love these short names and short domain names. You know, I'm a big fan of that. I'm a Unix absolutist, right? So, and Unix is all about, you know, short names, and I love that. Okay, so we have JupAG here, right? So we can connect to some wallet. I've already done that here. And then what does aggregator actually mean? Well, aggregator means this is if you want to swap one token into the other. Jupiter is not your exchange, right? It's all decentralized though. So Jupiter lives on the blockchain, right? It's not a centralized organization where you have to, you know, submit your application and you know, upload your ID or anything like that. It's all decentralized. It's living on the Solana blockchain. And what it actually does is if you want to swap one token into another token, say you want to swap USDT or USDC into the Xandeum token, or you want to swap Sol into Xandeum, then you can do that through Jupiter, and Jupiter finds you the best exchange. So the Xandeum token isn't listed yet. It takes just a few days until we launch. So if you check that out on Xandeum.com right now, let's do that here. You see there's the countdown timer. It's 8 days, 21 hours, so it's almost 9 days until we launch. And yeah, but for now, it's not available on Jupiter yet. So let's say we want to sell USDC and we want to buy some weird token. Let's say the GOAT token, huh? All right. So now it's asking me to type in, let's say I want to, you know, spend 1,000 USDC here. And while I type that, I didn't have to click any button or so. I just typed 1000 here, and it's telling me you're selling USDC, 1,000 of those, which is equal to $1,000, and I'm buying the GOAT token, and I will get 3,600 and something, and it's refreshing that like every 10 seconds or so, right? So now it's 3,596. And why is this now an aggregator, right? It's called an aggregator because it's finding me these ways here. And these are all DEXes, decentralized exchanges here. Orca is a decentralized exchange. Lifinity is one. And, you know, it's doing that every 10 seconds. Market conditions are changing, right? So all these DEXes, they have a different amount of liquidity. The GOAT token seems to be kind of an exotic thing. I don't even know what it is. It just popped up here, so I tried it out. But the GOAT token doesn't have that much liquidity, right? So that means even if I want to buy for $1,000, it needs to find the place with with the most liquidity and the best prices, right? And you see that it's changing every few seconds. Now it's Obrick and Orca. I saw OpenBook there while I was talking to you on this page here. And it is automatically finding the DEXes for you that offer you the best price. And even if you have the best price, swapping the USDC into Sol first and then Sol into GOAT, it does that. If you're doing $10,000 and you might have better prices if you do 3,000 here, 3,000 there, and 5,000 there on different exchanges, because they don't have that much liquidity, then Jupiter gives you that. So that is kind of really fantastic. That's why everyone on Solana is using Jupiter if they want to swap anything. And at least if it's like on-chain, on decentralized exchanges. So it's all happening within your wallet, the Phantom wallet or Solflare wallet, whichever you're using. And I think you can click here, right? You can click on that and it gives you the route here. And the routing, well, it doesn't pop up here now. Don't know why. Okay. So usually you can click that. Now it's loading and click here. Boom. It's not showing up here on my black screen. Don't know why. Usually it shows up there and it shows you what route it's taking and whether it's, swapping it to one token first, like Sol first, and then swapping into the other. And then, yeah, it's so easy. But 5 reasons, right? First reason, best prices, period, right? It gives you just the best prices because it's looking everywhere on all DEXes at least, and knows what liquidity is there, what slippage it would create to do it on this exchange and that exchange, and it gives you the best prices, period. And that is reason number 1 why Jupiter is taking over DEXes, right? Number 2 is lightning fast speed, right? So you see that here, every 10 seconds it's being updated, and then I can just click swap. I would just have to confirm it here in my wallet, and then boom, it would do that transaction. I don't want to do that right now, but it is the fastest thing, and it's built on the Solana blockchain, and it's super fast. Reason 3, it is the killer user experience. I showed it to you here. How much easier could it be, right? You just pick what you're selling, and it looks what you have in your wallet, right? It doesn't even offer you USDC if you don't have USDC in your wallet. If you have USDC, it will give me USDC. Or if I have a lot of Sol, it'll offer me Sol, right? And then it says you're buying, and you pick one, what token you want to buy from the list here, and then you just hit swap, right? How much easier could it be? So that is the killer user experience, reason number 3. And then reason number 4, deep liquidity. Liquidity is everything, especially if it's tokens that are not like major tokens like Sol or USDC. For smaller tokens, we need all this liquidity to get these trades through. And Jupiter knows all the liquidity. Again, this is only DEX, right? This is only what's happening on chain. It's not what's happening on centralized exchanges like Coinbase or Binance or Kraken or MEXC or Bybit or anything like that. Jupiter doesn't know that, right? It's just living on chain. But on chain, it has the deep liquidity just because each and every DEX on the planet that works on Solana wants to cooperate with Jupiter, right? Because they know everyone that wants to swap tokens, they come to Jupiter. If they don't cooperate with Jupiter, they miss out on a lot of people that want to do those trades, right? So, and Jupiter is just the leader there. It owns the user experience. All users that want to swap, like 99-point-something%, come to Jupiter, and you should too if you want to swap anything on chain. You can't do it if you want to onboard, offboard, right? If you just have real US dollars or euros or British pounds or whatever in your bank account, you can't use Jupiter directly. You need to onboard first, and for onboarding, you need a centralized exchange. But then you can pull it out of the centralized exchange and you can trade on Jupiter. But you can also choose to trade directly on centralized exchanges if you want to do that. One example of a centralized exchange that we like is called MEXC, MEXC. You can go to MEXC.com and the link is down in the description. Create your account there. They only support a certain set of jurisdictions, as most centralized exchanges do. Very few are like truly global. But MEXC supports a lot of countries. I don't think the US is among them because of the regulation that's happening here in this country. I'm not sure if the UK is among them. But for many other countries, and I know my viewers are from all over the world, right? And you can all create that MEXC account. And once we start on October 29th with the Xan token, you can buy your Xan token directly on MEXC if we would be listed on MEXC, which is not decided yet. But there's a good chance. So then we have reason number 5, constant innovation, right? So if you look at Jupiter again, see what they all have. They have perps now. Perps means perpetual futures. I have to accept their terms here. And perpetual futures have taken the crypto world by storm. And usually what you want to do, if you want to kind of buy on margin or something, have some leverage in traditional exchanges like stock exchanges, you'll do that with options. And options used to be a thing on crypto as well. But then someone came out with these perpetual futures here, which offer you to do leveraged trades directly on the blockchain. And those perps have taken the blockchain world by storm. And then Jupiter said, hey, we offer perps as well, which is just awesome. They even have that ape thing here, which is their platform for doing meme coins and stuff that have just freshly been created, right? It's one of these platforms where people can create their own meme coin in like 30 seconds and see how it goes. And if it goes well, it can transition to some DEX. And yeah, under their More tab, they have so much more here: station governance, Jupiter Mobile. They have a bridge to other blockchains. They have the LFG launchpad, all these type of things here. So they are constantly innovating. So yeah, those are the 5 reasons. I gave you all 5 why Jupiter is outperforming everything, like going to a DEX directly, right? If you want to do a certain swap, you can go to Orca directly or to Radium directly or to some of these DEXes, but you don't have all the advantages that I gave you, right? 5 things. So let me reiterate. Number 1, best prices, period. Number 2, lightning fast speed. Number 3, killer user experience. They own the user. And reason 4, deep liquidity, because all the DEXes are cooperating with them. They know about all the liquidity on all these DEXes. And number 5, constant innovation. So yeah, that's what Jupiter is doing. And as I said, I have some bonus content for you about what this now means for the upcoming launch of the Xandeum token. We're building that scalable storage layer for Solana chain. So we're kind of the first Solana scaling solution. And what does that all mean now for Xandeum and for the Xan token? That's my bonus content. But before I do that, please destroy that like button for me, subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, and the Xandeum Points app is open again, points.xandeum.network. Go there and collect your points for just liking my video, doing comments and things like that. You don't want to miss out on these points. And, airdrop number 1, the snapshot has already been taken, but now the Points app is open again, and there will be some snapshot in the future. And the airdrop number 2 will not only be based off of these points, there will be other things likely that are in that airdrop number 2, and that's all for the Xandeum DAO to decide. Yeah, so what does this all mean, right? We will be launching the Xandeum token, or Xandeum Foundation is launching that Xandeum token on a decentralized exchange. And I say a because it's one decentralized exchange. We want to bundle our liquidity, at least in the beginning, into one decentralized exchange. It's likely going to be Radium. And I've, had some content about Radium before, but still, even if it's just one decentralized exchange, you can buy it through Jupiter because we want to have it available through Jupiter. But probably Jupiter can't route it anywhere else because, at least the Xandeum Foundation and our market makers will only do this on Radium in the beginning, but there might be other people. It's all permissionless, right? If you want to create a liquidity pool between Sol and Xand on Orca, by all means, you can do that. And Orca will pay you for that, for the trading fees that happen there, right? And since we're on Jupiter, then someone comes to Jupiter and wants to trade Sol for Xand or Xand for Sol. Jupiter will see what are the market conditions on Radium right now, what are the market conditions on Orca right now for that trade, and give you the best rate, right? So, and at Jupiter, I think they take a small additional fee for that, but if they do that, it is like super, super small, right? So you cannot lose much by using the Jupiter aggregator. And yeah, and also on day 1, most likely Xandeum Foundation will have the Xand token listed on centralized exchanges, or at least one centralized exchange as well. And this all depends on kind of the approval processes that we have with all of these exchanges. But if you want to get used to the centralized exchange experience, create your MEXC account right now down there. Make sure the first trade you make on MEXC, if you're creating a new account, make sure the first trade is Xand related, right? So that you trade your USDT, that you can send money from your bank account to MEXC, and they give you USDT for that. They are big fans of USDT, not USDC, right? So USDT is Tether and USDC is Circle, but they are both stable coins, right? So they are both, they keep a 1-for-1 price towards the US dollar, right? So if your first trade there on MEXC is Xand related, that would be super cool, because that would tell the world like, hey, the Xand token is a great token, and it helps getting people onboarded, also to centralized exchanges. So if you want to do that, use that link in the description. All right, so I hope this has clarified a few more things on how all these exchanges work, how the Jupiter aggregator works, what an aggregator actually is, why the top 5 reason why the Jupiter aggregator is absolutely killing it. And you've also learned a bit more about centralized exchanges here, and you've learned a bit more about the Xand roadmap and timeline. I really recommend going to Xandeum.com and Xandeum.network. The Xandeum.network site for right now is even more important. That's the Xandeum site for the Xandeum Foundation, and the Xandeum Foundation is the one launching the token and operating the DAO and everything, right? Xandeum.com, that is just the development company that develops the software. So it's a pure development company. So everything about the launch, about the token, about the liquid staking, how can you earn tokens, about the airdrop and everything, you find that on Xandeum.network, right? So go there, read everything about us. We have lots of information on there, what Xandeum actually is, where we are, what the roadmap is, and all these type of things. So make sure you study everything that's on there, right? There's a menu bar, and there are so many sub-items there that are worth reading. But for today, guys, thanks so much for watching. Catch you later. Peace.